Oh, this you crazy mother.
I could be learning, you could be yearning to see what's behind these closed doors. But I promise you, baby, I'll always be yours, baby. I'll always be yours, baby. I'll always be yours.
Hi everybody, my name is Nick. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my channel. Today we are doing a full face makeup look using only products from Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is one of the more affordable drugstore brands, meaning every product ranges between $1 and $6. I used to use several of these products, particularly when I worked at a beauty supply store in Chelsea. Many of them are pretty high quality. Plus, that was over 3 years ago. I have here
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
12 products to try, and most of them are brand new to me. It's obvious to me Wet n Wild in the last few years has been coming out with a lot of products that are very trendy. For instance, I found this cushion lip color, which has a sponge tip applicator, and cushion products were all the rage in 2015 in the US. They came over here from Korea. And then I have some liquid matte lip colors, which are obviously very popular. To me, it's clear that Wet n Wild in the last few years has been coming out with products that are formulated to compete with other cult brands like LA Girl or Dose of Color, which are also on the low end of the spectrum but still considered by most makeup artists to be worth buying. So I plan on using every product that I've bought today. I am going to walk through them with you. But first, if you want to see even more full face tutorials like this, give this video a thumbs up and I'll be sure to make some more. And if you never want to miss another video from me, I hope you'll click that subscribe button. That way you get my uploads every week. The first product I'm going to apply is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. The powder is actually the reason I walked into the pharmacy on the day that I bought all of this. I was running out of my normal powder, which you may know is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Press Powder. I've been getting down to the wire on this one for a while now, or hit pan as they say in the beauty industry. So I needed to buy a new pressed powder, but all of the new products in general in the Wet n Wild section caught my eye, and here we are. I've never used a Wet n Wild powder before, but I really like products that claim to be able to photograph well because I hate flashback in photos, and this Photo Focus powder claims to specifically avoid that problem. And it cost roughly $3. So if I end up liking it as much as the Maybelline Fit Me, I'll be saving like $3 because this one is around $6. P.S. I also saw some Photo Focus liquid foundations in the Wet n Wild section, but the lightest colors still looked a little dark on me, so I thought I only ever wear powder on bare skin anyway, so I might as well just do this as a no foundation look. So let's get this powder on with the Beauty Blender. This isn't a matte powder like the Maybelline was. This is actually like a slightly luminous version. You can tell even just by looking at it. So I wasn't sure if I would like the finish on it. I don't want it to look shimmery at all, and I'm already pretty oily, but I'll keep an eye on it as we go through this process. I like the way it looks right off the bat. So that powder alone will stand as my base, but obviously I'm gonna glam it up a little bit because I have this contouring palette. So it seems like it's just a powder contour and a powder highlight, and on the back it says contouring made easy. It doesn't say how it's any easier, but let's try it out. So I'm gonna go in with the contour first. I'm just taking like a sort of dense powder brush here and carve out under the hollows of my cheeks just for a soft contour like you would normally want with a powder. You can definitely see where the contour is. It's a little more red than the contour powder I usually use from e.l.f. So that's why it's kind of looking more like a bronzer to me. It's definitely warming up the face and giving some dimension, but it's not cool toned like I am used to seeing. It's not necessarily a bad thing though, because I usually do a contour and a bronzer powder separately, so maybe this would eliminate the need for that. I like this contour because it's buildable and it's natural looking. You could definitely set a cream contour with this and get the drama, but for just a powder alone, I think it gives me exactly what I want, which is like both warmth and dimension. Now let's highlight with the highlighting shade. For that, I'm gonna use a damp beauty blender. Whoa, a lot of color payoff on that, so let's be careful here. This powder feels actually very familiar to me. It's similar to the banana powder that I've already used from NYX. While I'm letting that bake, why don't we do the eyebrows? For that, I've got this Color Icon pencil. They are like eyeliners or brow pencils or lip pencils. They seem like they're all the same formula, just in different shades. This one is called Matinee Taupe. It's sort of like an ash blonde, which I thought would work for my eyebrows, maybe a little light, but I would rather it be lighter than darker. But it is very soft and very pliable. I think there's a lot of wax in the formula, which gives me just a little less control than I'm used to for eyebrow pencil, but it got the job done just fine. Let's get all of this highlighting powder off. Just using a clean brush. I like the way that highlighting powder looks once you sweep it all off. I am gonna go in and just add a little more contour, warm everything right back up. All right, so far we have brows, contour, highlight, and powder on. Brow color, it's a little light for me, I can see from here. It looks a little unnaturally tan, but I've always kind of liked playing around with lightening the brows, so maybe that will just be what we're doing here. Next, we're gonna move on to some cream-based products. They're called the Mega Glow Makeup Sticks, and I got a highlighter and a blush shade. So we're just gonna dab that onto the apples of the cheeks. It's a little light for me, so we might not see a lot of color once I blend it out, but it's definitely got some shimmer and glow to it. That's what I've heard, that Wet n Wild is really pumping up their highlighter game. It gives just like a hint of a rosy flush there, but the shimmer is visible for sure. It's a very highlighting effect. So now I'm just doing the same with the highlighter. You can see it catch the light there, right? That looks really good. Yes, that is a good highlight. That is a highlight I am happy with. It has almost like that holographic kind of, no matter what angle, it is just catching that light and making my cheekbones look healthy. I can't help it, that's going all over my face. Now I am just glowing in all the right places. Oh yeah, I got this brush too. I didn't use that for anything. It's cute, right? And it's white with pink bristles. I guess it can't hurt to put a little bit of contour back in. I got this eyeshadow trio called I'm Getting Sunburned. They're all sparkly shades with a gold, brown, and a pink. And I am gonna put this makeup stick on first as a primer. I just feel like the cream will grab onto the color and it will help amp up the shine of everything. Before I go in with any powder shadow, I'm gonna take another eyeliner that I got and I'm just gonna give that like a quick smudgy line along my top lashes. This purple pencil is quite a bit less pigmented than what I used on my brows, but I'm basically just putting it on there so that once the powder shadow goes over, I'll have some soft definition without like a discernible eyeliner line. I'm taking a flat eyeshadow brush and taking the light pink color and packing it onto the inner third of my eyelid. I don't normally go for pink eyeshadows, but I'm so glad I grabbed this one because with that cream highlighter underneath, it really just gives that nice foily kind of effect, a lot of shimmer, and it's working for me. My comfort zone for makeup is totally earth tone, everything brown and neutral. I think because I started out in film school where I was like, just make everything look as natural as possible. So when I get to try something like this, it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like a true artiste. I'm going to take the gold eyeshadow, which is very sparkly, pack that onto the outer thirds of my eye. Some good color payoff on that one too. I like that gold, it really shows up. These colors definitely have pigment. I am happy to report. Now I'm taking this dark brown, which is a crease shade, although it is also shimmery. I'm going to sweep that into the crease, but mostly focusing on the outer corner there. So the brown definitely made it a little bit smokier. So then I just took a little bit of makeup remover and cleaned up that line. Now I'm just blending that taupe pencil under my lower lashes to give a little bit of a base for the powders I'm going to do on top. First I swept some gold under there, and then basically the color that I used for the crease. So now I'm just gonna balance the lower and upper lashes. This liquid liner, I've been trying to open it for 32 minutes. This is in the shade Electric Purple. I wanted to go in and use the liquid liner to give the top lashes crisp definition just because the bottom lash line was so smoky. These jewel tones are giving me such like carnival vibes. I have two lip colors here. One is like a purplish fuchsia, the other a more hot pink. This is a soft matte lip from the Cushion line, and this one is called Liquid Catsuit. So I'm gonna borrow a look that I saw on the runways for spring last year, which is two-toned lips. I'm going to do this color on the top and the lighter color on the bottom to give like the illusion of a fuller pout. If you're trying this look out, I would try doing the darker color first, let that dry, and then the lighter color. I do like this liquid lipstick. It dries down nicely and it doesn't feel too heavy. Now for this Cushion one. Squeeze it, oh, there it is. With its little sponge ball tip, I can tell that this would have been really great over the summer when everybody was into just blending color onto the center of their lips, which was also a Korean trend. And do you see what I mean by using a darker color on the top and a lighter one on the bottom? It kind of gives the lower lip more of a fuller appearance and also just kind of skews everything a little bit, so you're like, wait, what's different about him? Besides the fact that he looks like a drag queen. I've been struggling to get these Wet n Wild lashes on for the last forever, and I can't do it, so I'm just going in with the Wet n Wild mascara that I got, and we're gonna call it a day. But I am gonna use this purple liquid liner to paint my bottom lashes because you know I am all about them painted lashes.
I
Alright everybody, so here's my finished full face from Wet n Wild. What do you think of the final results? I know I'm very impressed with a lot of these products. They definitely stand up to similar products from other brands that cost twice as much. So I absolutely plan on using almost all of these products again. The blush makeup stick I really enjoy the finish of, but it doesn't have a whole lot of pigment, so I think this works more as like a rosy highlighter. And the highlighting makeup stick, amazing. I absolutely love this. This would also work really great as a base for like powder highlighter of any sort. I love these two lip products. This cushion one, it's very hydrating and has a soft matte lip cream kind of feel to it. The eyeshadows I like. You know, I mean, I think there's a lot of glitter in them, so they come across as very metallic. They're very good at what they do. I mean, the pigment payoff was awesome. You can absolutely see that shimmer, so it worked well for me in this case. As for the powder, I love the finish. I think it works perfectly for this look, but in terms of what I use every day and for like shine control, I'll probably end up going back and getting another one of my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powders. Thank you guys so much for watching this full face tutorial with Wet n Wild products. Let me know in the comments below what you would have done different, or if you liked the way that this look came out. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see me do even more full face makeup tutorials. And if you enjoyed this video but you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll click that subscribe button, which is my face over here, or that button down below. That way you'll never miss new videos from me. I upload every week. You can also check me out on social media. Don't be afraid to say hi. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I will see you next time.